Hey everybody, welcome to a late Thursday afternoon edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. It's a review I didn't think I'd be doing. I was initially scheduled to work tonight till 9:30, and I worked last night, and the boss said, hey, I changed the schedule tomorrow. I got you in from 10 to 2, so I said, okay, that's fine with me. So I'm going to do a beer that I've never had before, just appeared on the shelf last night. I got this cryptic message from the manager of the grocery wine and spirits department. Says, I've got this obscure beer from Bell's in. I only got one case. He said the whole state only got 32 cases and we got one. So got in. I debated about getting it because it was $22 a six pack. Well, $21.99. To me, that's $22. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm one of those people. Gas here right now is $3.49.9. Everybody says, oh, gas is $3.49. I'm saying, nah, it's $3.50. 49.9 is 50. But anyway, the late summer seasonal from Bell's, the Oracle. It's a double IPA. Like I said, I've never had it before. It says from the website, it says our take on the West Coast style double India Pale Ale. The Oracle places hop intensity first and foremost, making only the slightest concession to malt and balance. The fireworks start with the aromatic punch of dry hop resins with hop varieties from the Pacific Northwest. Resinous, citrusy hop flavors mixed with aggressive bitterness from a massive kettle edition deliver on that aromatic promise. 10% ABV, says dates available late summer seasonable. I guess the end of August is late summer, and I'm going to use a glass I just got. Finally got the second one, got one that wasn't broken. I'm going to use my Dogfish Head IPA glass. I've since got two of the Spiegelau glasses that are just like this, except I don't know if you can see it. The Dogfish Head label, and they've got Dogfish Head label etched in the bottom. The Spiegelau glasses don't have either one. They don't have any etching. So I may do a side-by-side review using the two glasses, but I got two of them for the price of what the price of this one would have been. I ended up getting it free because the first one arrived broken. But anyway, let me get this, and I'll see if the etching doesn't do any makes a big difference. But anyway, let me get this poured. I'll tell you, at almost 20 bucks for a glass, I would, this has got to be one of the thinnest walled, flimsiest looking glasses. I mean, the first one arrived, shattered, and I mean, it was well wrapped. But anyway, let me get this poured. It's a really nice glass. We got a nice dark golden, almost pale caramel color. Bunch of carbonation streaming up. You can see a little bit extra from that etching, but with this beer, there's a lot of carbonation coming up from everywhere. Got a nice 3 fingers of a really soapy, light eggshell, almost totally white, but light eggshell type head, really soapy. You can tell it's gonna stick around a while. I did have one of these the other night, so I do have an initial impression, but yeah, it's a really nice looking double IPA. Whether it's worth $22 a six pack, that's another story, and we'll get to that later. But let's see what we get for a nose on it. Okay, I'm getting some slight maltiness, but it's mostly those really pungent tropical citrus notes. You get your typical grapefruit, orange. They're there and they're strong. There's a nice, all I can say is like apricot aroma too. There's a mild aroma of grass, like a grassiness and some floral notes. You're getting a hint of that 10% alcohol too, surprisingly enough. Yeah, there's a really, I describe it as a primarily a floral citrus aroma. Just a little bit of malt, but it's pretty well hidden by the hops. What malt is there? It's kind of a bready malt and toffee. There's some pine notes in there, but it's a dank, resiny, earthy, citrusy hop smell, that's for sure. So let's get a taste on it. Okay, yeah, it's really, really bitter up front. You do have a little, almost like a hard candy sweetness, but it's a real raw, earthy, resiny bitterness. They said 10% ABV. I didn't see IBUs listed on anywhere. I will check the bottle to see. The website didn't have any. Really got, just like on the nose, it's got those really strong floral and pungent citrus notes, orange, grapefruit, fairly clean finish. You're getting just a hint of that, again, just a hint of that alcohol warmth on there. The alcohol is not hidden real well. You do kind of taste it a little bit, but it really shows up in the finish with that warmth, that's for sure. The caramel and like the grainy malts are there. They're there in the background, and they show up just enough to balance this out a bit. But this is really a really bitter, really hoppy bitter beer, that's for sure. Starts out hoppy, starts out bitter, smooths out a little bit in the middle when the malts kind of show up, and then they just kind of disappear on the finish. And that bitterness, along with that alcohol warmth, really gives it a nice clean finish, that's for sure. There's still a ton of carbonation streaming up. I can see some. Majority of it's coming up from that etching, but there is a little bit coming up around the edges too. But most of it is coming up from that etching in the bottom of the glass, right in the center of the glass. The head's sticking around quite a bit. I'm sure it might even, for a 10% alcohol beer, it might even regenerate quite a bit. It's leaving some nice lacing down the glass. So I mean, this is a pretty drinking. Yeah, it drinks pretty, that's for sure. I mean, it looks good. That's what I meant by that. But yeah, it tastes good. It's I'd say medium to almost thick-bodied beer. A little heavy than what I'm used to for an IPA, but it's still a touch slick. Really smooth with that alcohol and the carbonation. Nice silky feel, and like I said, a really nice dry, slightly bitter finish. So I'm going to sit and sip on this a while. I'm not going to let it warm up too much, and I will come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's only been 10 minutes or so. One of my I have been sipping on this for the last few minutes. One of my subscribers commented on one of my recent videos that they love how I say that for every video, but that's what I do. I try to give an honest evaluation. You know, it's my opinion, so opinions vary. So you can take it for what it's worth, but anyway, not a lot has changed. It's god awful hot today. It really is. I'm sitting here in the shade in the park, and there was a slight breeze earlier, and hopefully they say by Monday it might be highs in the upper 70s, low 80s. So we're gonna have a couple more days of extreme heat. I got to work Saturday night till 10:30, so we'll be doing it. But I'll try to get a review in tomorrow. Hopefully something, if I can get out in the heat. But anyway, the Oracle Double IPA from from Bell's. They're fall seasonal. I'll tell you, if this was $14 or $15 a six-pack, it'd probably be a good solid 10, but I got to take into account, at least here I paid $22 a six-pack, and I almost didn't do that, so I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got a chance to taste it, but even at that, at $22 a six-pack, I think the Bell's Oracle Double IPA, and I checked on the bottle, all it says is 10% ABV, no IBUs listed. I'm guessing it's probably, as I've been drinking it, that initial bitterness is receded a bit, or at least my mouth has got used to it. But I imagine it's probably in the 90 to 100 IBU range. I don't think it's over 100. It might be, but I've been hitting a lot of IPAs lately, so my mouth may be getting used to them a little bit more than like in the wintertime or something when I don't drink them so often. But I say, you know, like I said, at $14 or $15, this would probably be a 10. At $22 a six-pack, it's still worth trying. And if you got the money and you got it to spend, I'd give it a 9.5. It's still a good, solid, really nice attempt at at least what I've dreamt so far to be a good West Coast style IPA. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 at $22. Even, like I said, if you can get it cheaper. If I could have got it cheaper, it'd probably be a higher grade. But damn good beer, worth trying if you can find it. Apparently, it's very limited distribution. Like I said, or at least like I was told, the whole state only got 32 cases. So I was lucky our store got one. At least I'm lucky I got to try it. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers. And I still don't have an opinion on this Dogfish Head IPA glass. I'm going to think about that. I may do a side-by-side with this in the Speak-A-Loud glass. Because like I said, this was almost 20 bucks, and I got two of the Speak-A-Louds. Identical except for the logo, which you can sort of see through the lacing on the glass and the etching on the bottom, but I'm not going to tip the glass to see that. I got two of them for the same price, so I may do a side-by-side but compare them. But anyway, till next time, everybody, let's keep drinking those good beers.